Phil from parkerlings.com. I hope this finds you well today. Now today we'll be doing a nice simple recipe. It won't require an oven or a mixer. All it needs is your hands. This recipe will be coconut ice. It's a traditional English sweet which in the States you may not know, but it's the equivalent of a Bounty bar. I make this every year as something to put into my cookie basket for family and friends, and it always goes down well. Now I'm going to show you how to do this, but if you'd like to try it, if you go to our website parkerlings.com, you'll find there's a recipe card that you can download and print. This is definitely something you want to do with your kids, as they can do absolutely everything. The kids can get their hands really mucky, and the food colouring, they can get their hands all mucky with the green and the red colouring, although you can use any colour you'd like. So let's get over to the ingredients, shall we? Here are the ingredients for our coconut ice then. 500 grams of icing sugar, 600 grams of desiccated coconut, teaspoon of vanilla extract, food colouring, red and green, this is gel colouring, and we then have 2 cans of sweetened condensed milk. The first thing we'll need to do is sieve the icing sugar, so bear with me. So you just got our sieve here, just put it on top. As you can see here, the icing sugar is in clumps, so if we want it to be fine, make it a lot easier shortly to be able to mix it in. So do bit by bit. Just tap it against the side of your hand there. So there you go, eventually I've got there. That's the sieved icing sugar. So next step is we're going to put in our condensed milk. So 2 cans. To that we'll add our teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we'll give it a good stir around. And that's it. So we need to look at the coconut. Take half of the coconut and combine with the icing sugar, condensed milk and vanilla. Then add and combine the remaining coconut. So that's now combined well. You can, if you want, add a little bit more coconut in. You won't need any more icing sugar because it's very sweet as it is. So put some in if you'd like, otherwise we'll just keep it like this and go to the next step. I've now divided the mixture in half. For those of you that have counted it up, there's 1900 grams roughly in here. So I'll split that up, 950 a piece. And it's now time to get the colours in. First one is going to be this one here. This is the green. And for this I have a gel. This is actually a Wilton gel. It's the only one I'll use these days for colouring anything because it's such great colour. It always stays. And now we're going to get ourselves all mucky. So you're going to want to roll your sleeves up and then just dive in and mix it all, so hopefully it'll turn green. So there you go, that's all mixed. It's a pretty good shade of green, I would say. You can make it bigger if you want. Now I just say you get a bit on the messy side as well. I do look like I'm starting to turn into the Hulk. So let's get this side away and go for the red. Now we've done the green, now we'll do the red. Just use a tip here. Let's do this again. Well, there we are. I think that'll do for the red now. As you can see here, I think my hand's now gone from Hulk hand to horror film hand. And now that's all ready, so we'll get the other one and we'll put them together. Now what we're going to do is layer them. So I have one layer of the red, one flat layer of the green, and then we'll put that in the fridge. We'll get some paper in here, some non-stick paper. Now here we have our coconuts, and what we'll do, just take small parts. So just take a lump like that and just put it on, and that'll help hold the paper down, so just put them in the corners first of all. Now, by putting them in little balls here rather than just dumping them in, it means we can spread them much more evenly. And then we just get this here, just push down. Make sure we push all the way to the edges. We want this nice and flat as we're going to be putting another layer on. The red will go on top of this. Now we bring the red, we're going to do the same with this. So put it into balls all the way across. Just pat this one down as well. What we want to do here as well, if you see the edges will be a little bit dry maybe, if you just push this across and smooth the edges out, that way when you take it out it's not going to fall apart. So I'm just going to get a spoon here just to compress it there. This way we know it's flattened properly and should get rid of some of these gaps. I think we're pretty much there now. So as you'll see here, that's now nicely done, and despite the paper being on there, you can see that there are a layer of green, a layer of red. That looks rather nice. The green is a little bit thicker there than the red, but the reason for that is that the bottom of this particular bowl isn't as wide as the top, so there is the same amount in there even though it doesn't look like it. So we're going to have to put this now in the fridge. We'll leave it in there for a few hours and then we'll take it out, take the paper off, and then we'll look at cutting it. Once that's ready, I'll show you how we're doing. So we've got it out of the fridge then. We'll get ourselves a... Let's turn it upside down. Hopefully the paper has held it in. There we go, perfect. Now I did use cling film or saran wrap once or twice, and it turns out not to be a good idea because it's not very strong. So as soon as you try and pull it off, it just fails and tears. But here, see, it looks good. Take this off. So here we are, this is the final thing. So if we now just take a knife for it here, but there, that's what we get. That is the coconut ice. So we've got the red and the green there, very Christmassy. Now you can change the colour if you wanted to. You could have green and yellow for Easter maybe, or you can use a purple colour and orange for Halloween, but that looks quite nice for Christmas I think. Well, that's coconut ice for you. Now I really do hope that you enjoyed this and you might try it yourself. If you do decide to do so, there's a link at the bottom of the screen which is parkerlings.com/coconut-ice. Download it, give it a shot, and I do really hope you enjoy it. So I will leave you with that thought. I do hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you again soon. Okay, God bless. Bye bye.